This spirit art drawing is of a gentleman who lived in the 14 and 1500s. He was a merchant mariner, tradesman of some, like a merchant marine or something like this. He didn't consider himself a sailor, and he was not a sea captain. And I got a few names. So I think his last name is Neely, and which is Nealy, and then his first name, I got a few names in here, but I think it's Ted, so Theodore basically, or I got another name later named Patrick. So I looked up Ted Neely, and that's the star of Jesus Christ Superstar, and it's not him, because this man has green eyes and he has red hair, and he was killed by his shipmates, or whoever he was working with on the ship, because he was involved in a love triangle, and he had no idea that he was involved in a love triangle, and then his shipmates killed him to be with this woman who was like his wife or his girlfriend or something, and her name was Marissa, and he actually sailed for Spain, and Marisa was Spanish. I did try to look some of this up. I couldn't find anything about it. If you look up Ted Neely, all you get is Jesus Christ Superstar. But he was a relatively trusting man. He was really caught off guard to this betrayal of being like, basically, I think he was thrown overboard or something, or like had to walk the plank or something, and he was not. He didn't know he was going to do that. It just happened, and they threw him overboard. He died in the ocean. I mean, I could really feel some of the water in his chest and some of the sadness and the betrayal. I tried to ask what the main message is here, because this is kind of a tragedy, just being like totally betrayed by your closest loved ones. I mean, I don't think that Marisa was necessarily, the woman was necessarily involved in the killing, but a lot of men were. A lot of men on the ship were. So there's probably some poisonous gossip going around on board the ship. And so everybody was like couldn't wait till they could gang up on him, and then he died. Well, then they killed him by throwing him overboard, or else he had to go walk the plank. And I also saw him wearing a lot of jewelry, and I think that this is some sort of crest right here, but I couldn't really figure out. I was like, maybe this is a lion or maybe it's a bird, but I think this is some sort of crest. And he's kind of like looking out right here, kind of like dazed. I don't think he's mad now, but I did try to get the message. Like, I don't think he was really mad at his shipmates or anything, because like I said, he didn't expect the betrayal. He did not expect them to throw him overboard. What is the message? I guess the message is that just because other people plot against you doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just happens, I guess. It just happens to people. So basically, if somebody plots against you and it's a group of people, it's not your fault. It's a life event that you can eventually get over. He was an Englishman, and he sailed for Spain, and his girlfriend was Spanish. So, and the people on this boat killed him. I guess that even in the hardest of times, it's important to forgive people. Since he's on the other side right now, he's not mad. I'm actually not getting any sense that he's angry. I do also think that he's since reincarnated at least once. He would have lived in the 1400s and the 1500s. If somebody betrays you, just know that after a while, it is important to forgive these people. Here you go. Here is Mr. Neely. I also wanted to say that I did see a lot of jewelry around him, if I didn't say that already. So he was pretty wealthy as a merchant mariner, or whatever the title was that he had. So you can see his hair here. It's kind of reddish, and it kind of goes down like almost like he has bangs in it. It's like longer hair. Those are his green eyes. Yeah, not happy really, but kind of like looking up at his fate or something. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in a spirit art drawing yourself, I am going to give private readings this weekend at a psychic fair at Halo's Ascension Center, which is on, I think it's 1309 West Guadalupe Road, which is basically Guadalupe and Alma School in Mesa. And I'll be there between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. If you're interested in a reading and you're in the Phoenix area, there will be an opportunity this weekend. So have a really great weekend, and I'll be back with another spirit art drawing before you know it. Bye.